Alright, 60-second summary for the new Hydrapple EX deck, which I chose as the first new deck from Stellar Crown to cover, foregoing the much safer Terapagos EX option because I don't want to think. My favorite thing about Hydrapple is how straightforward it is. Get a ton of energy into play using Hydrapple's and Ogerpon's abilities, then drizzle all over them with your Syrup Storm. The main concern I've always had with Hydrapple is its lack of things to do on turn 1. Because there's 4 Ogerpon, each capable of drawing you a card while also accelerating energy into play, you don't run Squawkabilly EX or Rotom V plus 4 a Sealstone. So there are instances where you'll just have a bad start and might struggle for a turn or two. But if you get an Applin down turn 1, draw 5 to 6 extra cards by turn 2 thanks to Ogerpon, and accelerate another energy with Hydrapple EX, you're dealing 240 or more damage on turn 2, all while hitting Charizard EX and Roaring Moon EX for weakness. Yeah, this deck can kind of just steamroll your opponent if it gets going. As always, you can find several different deck lists for Hydrapple in the description because I prioritize digital paper Pokemon cards over useless things like friends. Alright, I went full greed and promoted the Applin. Was it a good call? Well, we're about to find out. I would like to empty out my balls first. Prize another Ogerpon, that's great. The question is, do I go for the Mew? And I don't think I go for the Mew. I think we just go triple Ogerpon. And then... because I feel like they're playing Raging Bolt, right? If they're playing Pokestop, they most likely are running Raging Bolt. And that could be a slight problem for us, so I would like to get a second Applin. Okay. I would still like to get a second Applin down. But do I think that they'd prioritize knocking out an Applin? Okay, this is fine. This is actually totally fine. Let's get rid of... I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Hydrapple and the energy. Okay, we go get another Applin. I am hurting my damage potential here, but that's fine. And then I go for the energy. We attach the energy. Draw 2, and then just hope that they don't get the nuts here, which they always do. But hopefully, you know, I've emptied my balls, and I just don't want them to get the nuts. That's all it is. It's very simple stuff. So if this is Raging Bolt, they're playing Pokestop. Just don't get a Prime Catcher. Okay, well... wait. Energy switch? Interesting. But Water Pig, that's a lot of cards. But I mean, you look back at Shrouded Fable, and they still haven't fixed the 2 main issues with Shrouded Fable, right? Well, I mean, the main issue with Shrouded Fable was Iron Thorns. Or I guess, you know, that's what they introduced with Iron Thorns. Or with Shrouded Fable was the Iron Thorns issue. With infinite GX and VStar powers. But, like, the Malamar still isn't fixed. The Neutralization Zone with Roaring Moon bug still isn't fixed. And those were the new bugs introduced for Shrouded Fable. And they couldn't fix those because they were too busy fixing the new issues they introduced with old cards. And then you look at the Stellar Crown update and they broke Fluttermane, with Fluttermane stopping abilities when the Pokemon moves from the active to the bench. And yeah, they still haven't fixed the naked avatar glitch. So when they fixed the issue with the infinite V-Star and GX attacks, what they did is that they screwed up Fluttermane. So if you're, let's say your active Mew EX is in the active spot. Get that? Very good. Me word good. Your active Mew EX is in the active. So let's say you have a Mew EX in the active spot and they have a Fluttermane in their active spot. Your Mew doesn't have an ability because that is Fluttermane's ability. But if you retreat the Mew to the bench, you still don't have an ability. Because PTCGL is a well-made game. Alright, I believe I'm just going to go Iono. I mean, I know you all want me to play Pokestop. Oh, well, that was actually a good decision. Believe it or not. I know it doesn't seem like it. That was a good decision. Sort of. I mean, not really. But, you know, what if we draw all of the cards we need? That's what you're not thinking about. Because we got rid of some Dipplin, which is somewhat helpful. I still have access to Mew. I don't know how I'm going to be able to use it with this hand. Okay. we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. You know, this deck is slightly faster than a Gardevoir deck. I don't know. And we got there. We absolutely got there. Okay, so how do I do this? I I have to Scoop Up Cyclone. I could Scoop Up Cyclone. No, I just have to Scoop Up Cyclone this Applin, because that's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Yeah, so I got to Scoop Up Cyclone this Applin. We go into this Applin. I Rare Candy. I don't need to heal anybody, so we just manually attach. Applin goes down. I just get so sticky and cover them with my Syrup Storm. Oh, I'm feeling so ripe. I'm getting so charged up and ripe. Oh, I need to send out my Syrup Storm and make you all sticky. Okay. But like Shrouded Fable was a 64 card set, and they haven't had time to fix the issues that were introduced with the new cards from the set, because they were so busy fixing the new issues they introduced to old cards. And then because Stellar Crown was 42 days after Shrouded Fable, they also didn't have time. So now the issues that are going to be introduced with Stellar Crown, that, you know, with Briar and Area Zero and Fluttermane and all that stuff, then they have to put the Shrouded Fable issues on the back burner. They didn't ban Fluttermane, which they 100% should have done, because it's this is the problem. This is what I talked about. I tweeted about this like several months ago when I said there's 3 sets coming out within 100 days of each other on PTCGL. Surely there's going to be 0 issues with that. Surely everything will work totally fine. 3 sets in 100 days, you know, 400 cards in 100 days. Oh, PTCGL's got this. No, that was, this was all predicted. I'm really starting to not care about bugs anymore, especially with Pocket coming out. Like, I'm going to be doing PCP a lot. I'm going to be doing a lot of Pokemon Card Pocket. I won't have as much time to devote to all the bugs. But if the Briar issue reported by Waterpaid Cow is correct, which I completely expect it to be broken and take more prize cards than it should, that's just, you know, another major card from a set. And then Little Dark Furry is having problems with Area Zero, and I've seen other reports of problems with Area Zero. So it's like the 2 biggest trainer cards in Stellar Crown don't work properly. Like, these are the 2 biggest ones. It's not like, oh, you know, Lacey doesn't work. Oh my god, oh no, Lacey doesn't work. No, it's like, name the 2 biggest trainer cards. Well, I mean, Glass Trumpet, but that's just like a double dark patch, and that's very easy. But it's like, the 2 biggest ones are Briar and Area Zero. We all knew Area Zero was going to be just a complete gong show, even though they've already done it before. Because it's just sort of taking Eternatus, but reapplying it elsewhere. But it's the infrastructure of PTCGL that's the problem. Okay, I mean, it seems like they're about to do something. But this is the problem. Remember over 2 years ago when, you know, all of the handsome YouTubers were talking about PTCGL and saying this game has to be taken offline and reworked? Or else you know, it just has to be. Like, it doesn't matter what the reason was. It had to be, yeah, infrastructure or lack thereof. It had to be redone. It had to be taken offline, fully reworked. And then 2 years later, look what happens. They add a card that is just based on an effect of a card we've had before, and it just breaks the game. And then, yeah, they have 3 sets in 100 days. All right, this is pretty cool if I can get the Hydrapple. Now, the question is, do I Iono first? But I definitely want to put 2 Hydrapple back in the deck. Ooh. Huh. So if I Pokestop, no. Ah, geez. I think I go Super Rod, the Hydrapple, and the Energy first. I'm going to have to win this game with Hydrapple. I know that. But I think what I do is Teal Dance first. Try to get some energy. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, how much damage can I do with this guy? Nobody's weak to grass, right? Fezandipiti is weak to fighting. I think I just go Iono, and then worst case scenario, I retreat into the Applin. Okay, maybe not worst case scenario. Maybe we're gonna be totally fine here. Oh my god. Okay, this deck is great. I told you. This deck, it can just go absolutely crazy town banana pants. Okay. And then I just do that. We draw 3 cards. Be great to get an Applin. Oh my god, we could... I guaranteed have an Applin if I want it. Okay, lots of Dipplin. Dipplin kind of sucks. I should probably be a little more careful with my energy because, you know, there is a finite amount. There's like 17 in this list. But I mean, come on. When you just got it like that, what's even the point? All right, I'm assuming there's one more Applin in the deck. So I'm going to go and get it. Hey, and there's 2 Hydrapple. Oh my god, we are so in there. I don't even know how much damage we're doing, but I know it's enough. 360. Look at that. I went from nothing to like 360 in just because you can draw so many cards. It does really suck that the PTCGL, okay. It does suck that PTCGL forces you to take like, oh, which grass energy do you want to attach to this Ogerpon? The grass energy. You know, it's like the same thing when you take energy out of the deck and accelerate it. It takes the energy out, puts it back in, then takes it back out again. And again, this is just infrastructure stuff. Because the one dev working on this game doesn't have enough time or resources or, you know, knowledge, or just the infrastructure is bad, stuff like this is just going to keep happening forever and ever. All right, so they need 5 energy. Uh-oh. They watched my video about how to improve Raging Bolt, and they put in the Raging Bolt. So this is just a good card to deal with Mimikyu, and also if you come up short on a KO, it's really, really nice to just be like, oh yeah, I'll just pop 60 or 90. Or if I can, you know, maybe this is what the energy switch was for, to use Dragon Headbutt. And RK Toasty, welcome in everybody. It is Stellar Crown launch day, and it's so much fun. I'm so happy I chose Hydrapple, because look at this. You gotta deal with a 330 hit point stage 2 that can do 360 damage. And I do have, again, 7 different builds. So there's a Hero's Cape build, there's a Legacy Energy build, which could just be completely evil. There's Area 0 builds, there's a Lilligant build, and Space Pope. So, I mean, if you give the hamster some Pokemon card pocket, I'm sure it'd be great. And you pulled the Alt Art Hydrapple, the really nice one where it looks like it's a Hydra. You know, not this one where it just looks like, you know, a bunch of dudes, you know, spitting seeds at each other and, you know, covering each other in their syrup storm. All right, they still need a... There's Vanilla Scoop, 150 stream streak, absolutely insane. Vanilla Scoop is doing the relaunch very, very soon. Okay, so they got it. Now, the question is, how many rare candies have I used? I have used... Oh, God. All right, I mean, as long as I don't top deck a rare candy, we should be okay. As long as I don't top deck my final rare candy, and as long as my final rare candy isn't prized, we are in there. But I think this just goes to show you how strong Raging Bolt is. Right? Like, I'm firing on all cylinders with my Hydrapple deck, and Raging Bolt's just over there being like, yeah, I don't care. Right? I'm better than you. There's a reason why none of the new Stellar Crown decks have really cracked anything in Japan. Like, Palkia VStar has made a comeback because of Area 0. Terapagos has been, like, fringe B tier in Japan, but, like, that's it. Okay, do not top deck my final rare candy. Very simple stuff. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. I also, you know, need to have the last rare candy in the deck. Bro! Oh my god, this deck... Oh, I just have Night Stretcher. I don't even need to do anything. I just have Night Stretcher. We're just destroying butts out here. And if you're wondering, the deck does play the Dipplin that walls basic Pokemon, so I would have won this game if I just, you know, do nothing. Which is kind of funny, because there's a Dipplin that makes itself immune to damage from basic Pokemon, not EX Pokemon, not EX basic Pokemon, just all basic Pokemon. And it's really nutso. But yeah, there you go. Hydrapple, it just outbeat off a Raging Bolt. Like, you can do a lot of damage. Yeah, I can do more damage. That's it. You can do a lot of damage, I can do a lot more. All right, it's Applin versus Applin, Hydrapple versus Hydrapple. They are playing the maybe 30 damage one. They also have a Fezandipiti. So I'm just using, you know, the cookie cutter one. Just my regular Hydrapple list with no bells and whistles, no Fezandipiti, no Swakabilly, you know, no Briar, no Area 0. So this is really... Oh, okay. This is more suited not for this matchup. If I was going first, it'd be great. But they are putting a bunch of liabilities, so I would assume this is an Area 0 build. Because you can't expect to win this matchup by having, you know, a Fezandipiti and a Fezandipiti down. Alright, let's go Nest Ball. Oh, I've prized an Ogerpon every game. What the hell? Okay, how greedy do I want to get here? I can't get too greedy. I just have to believe in the heart of the cards and just go for it. Okay, we got Hydrapple and Energy. Heart of the cards. It'd be kind of disappointing if I just dead draw this entire game, but we'll be fine. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. Well, we're, I mean, I have it, so I think I do this. And then... It's not worth it to put 20 damage, because Hydrapple attacks in multiples of 30, so the 20 damage makes no difference. It's like Sum 41 always says, it makes no difference to me. You hold on too. So like that's not a great move by me. I'm kind of like, well, I'm not going to do much to your Hydrapple. You're going to have a very good turn to have a good turn afterwards. So it's just kind of slow starts for both of us. Uh-oh. I was not expecting that. Okay, so the Festival lead Dipplin, yes, it will only attack once. You don't have to worry about this thing attacking twice, unless they put Festival Grounds in there. There is one of my lists that has Festival Grounds. But you only have to worry about this attacking once, but that's enough because it can knock out a Mimikyu. Oh. You better have an Area 0, or else this is going to end very badly for you. Right? So how do I play this? They're going to knock out my Applin. Oh, they did nothing. Well, then that's just game. That has, like, if I lose this one, I'm never going to be able to show my feet around these parts again. Okay, so let's just go. I can retreat. I can do many things. I just have to try and get a Hydrapple. That's it. All right, let's do this. They might be waiting for me to suck a huge butt, but we're not going to let that happen. Okay, so let's go Bug Catching Set. I have Applin. Ooh, I can take your strategy away from you, bro. All right, so then we go Applin. Nah, I really don't want to give them 3 extra cards, but I do want to knock out their Dipplin. That's the problem. Knocking out their Dipplin makes their life a lot more difficult. So I think I just go Iono and kind of see what happens. I could have bossed and, you know, gone after some. Oh my god. Okay. That's interesting. Well, yeah, let's take a knockout. Let's see if this is a good idea. The reason I did take the knockout is because it gets rid of an Applin, right? That was the only reason. Yes, they're going to be able to draw a bunch of cards. They're going to be able to knock out my Dipplin. But I'm confident that I can, you know, get in there. You know, I have 4 Iono in the deck. They're going to go get an Applin. That's fine. I'm going to be able to draw a decent amount of cards to try and knock out that one Applin. Because if I can just target Applin every single turn, we are in a great spot. And if they just attack with an Ogerpon, I can knock out their Ogerpon with one of my Ogerpon. Because how does the math work on this? So 30, so 90 plus 90, that's a perfect KO. So if I put 3 energy on this Ogerpon, I take a knockout of their Ogerpon. If they put another energy on their Ogerpon and bosses, that's bad. But I don't think they have energy switch, or did they attach to that one? I don't know if they've attached. They flipped, attached. Okay, so they have attached, so they would need an energy switch plus a bosses to knock out this guy. And they didn't do that, so I think I don't try to do anything crazy. I'm ahead on prizes. I have everything I need to win. Nothing crazy is going to happen here. I'm just going to take the... Seriously? We just got the bosses just like that? No, I have to do what I said I was going to do. But Mango's 110 stream streak. What the hell is this garbage? Okay. And then we Teal dance again. Okay. I'm whelmed. I am definitely whelmed by this hand. If I put the Mew down, that's not game losing because mathematically speaking, I'm in a very good spot right now. So I think I just go for the Mew, put that down. We have a Dipplin. Let's go get the Dipplin out of the deck. Just evolve into you, and then Night Stretcher for the energy. And then we just... Okay, wait. I'm doing the... Yeah, we're doing 210. We're doing 210. It's all okay. Nobody panic. I could attach to the Mew, and that'd be pretty funny, because we could maybe copy, like, Cruel Arrow and then knock out a benched Applin for game. That'd be hilarious. Nobody remembers that you can attack with your dude. But you can always play with your thing when nobody's looking. All right. So then we go Golden Shower. Take the KO. And we are ahead on prizes. So unless they have Briar, then we will win. Because my deck doesn't play Briar. So if they have Briar in their list and they take a knockout with an Ogerpon, but I have to have exactly 2 prize cards remaining for them to use Briar. And so do not let me knock out that Applin, okay? It is your job to not let me knock out that Applin. That Applin must not be knocked out, okay? I cannot take a single prize KO until the end of the game. Okay, but they have a Hydrapple. They're going to knock out my Ogerpon. That's fine. I have Boses. I have Scoop Up Cyclone. So, is the right strategy to knock out their Ogerpon with a Hydrapple? I believe that is the correct strategy. Is knock out this Ogerpon with a Hydrapple EX, because that takes 90 damage off the board. That makes it almost impossible for them to knock out my Hydrapple EX. I mean, man, come on. Come on. This is supposed to be a straightforward deck, and I'm doing math all over. I'm doing so much math, I can barely see straight. And Kid with Pants, hey, I chose Hydrapple EX over Terapagos, and I am glad I did, because it's a lot of fun. Don't even have to use bosses. Okay, this is great. They, they're just playing a much more inferior version. You know, I'm playing the busted build. Okay, we got a Teal. This is insane. Okay, let's, which one's more important? I think the Do the Wave Dipplin is more important in this situation. So let's go. Let's draw cards, because worst case scenario, I just take the knockout with this Ogerpon. Really don't want to do that. But that is worst case scenario. Let's put the Ogerpon and 2 energy back in the deck. I don't think I should use Scoop Up Cyclone. Right? Because what would that get me? I don't think Scoop Up Cyclone gets me anything. And yeah, I think we just get rid of Scoop Up Cyclone. Don't need it. I just Ultra Ball away the Ultra Ball and the Cyclone. Go get a Teal Masked Ogerpon or a Hydrapple. I think I go for Hydrapple, because I have more ways to get a Teal Masked Ogerpon, and I know we're taking a knockout. But let's just see what happens here first. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So, yeah, we go Ripening Charge. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Yeah, we're doing more than enough. We knock out their Ogerpon. Take off 90 damage from the board. I have 2 bosses left. I'm doing 240, so the only way that they can win is if they knock out my Ogerpon on the bench with Counter Catcher, and then Iono me. But Hydrapple doesn't typically play Counter Catcher. it would be pretty busted if they threw in a copy. But, you know, when I said in the beginning, you know, this is for the YouTube audience, not the stupid Twitch audience. When I said at the beginning of this video that it's a very straightforward, easy to play deck, no, I was wrong. I was very wrong. I've been doing tons of math. It is concerning. You have to count, you know, your opponent's energy in play, my energy in play, and I don't think they're here anymore. All right, so for the YouTube audience who definitely wants closure, they weren't here anymore. You have to wait like 5 minutes for PTCGL to realize they're not here anymore. That is actually, I don't know if that's part of the glitch, because there's 70 known issues and there's more than that. But I don't think they disconnected. I think they just, you know, rage quit, close the game. And if you just close the game, that doesn't concede the match that you're in. So do not rage quit, concede, then rage quit. You know, do like a medium rage quit. All right, this is not a busted starting hand, but if they're playing a stage 2 deck, then we're fine. If they're not playing a stage 2, oh my god, this is beautiful. This is like I Am Legend's mom right here. Okay, so I'm only drawing 2 cards next turn, which is slightly concerning. But believe it or not, I can knock out that stupid Smug Manaphy next turn if I get the Dipplin. And, you know, Festival Grounds, it removes confusion. You know, it removes poison, I guess. You know, everyone always thinks, oh, Festival Grounds is just so Dipplin can attack twice. No, it also removes special conditions from Pokemon. They got the Joltik! Oh my god! Oh, they're playing Galvantula! Oh, this is beautiful. This has to be in the video. First ever battle against Galvantula. Hopefully they have a supporter. Oh, they gave me Iono and Prometheus damn straight. Oh, this is oh my god. Okay, this is insane. This is cracked like a butt. We got this. I don't even need items to win this one because I'm going to use all my items like right now. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they're playing the free. Oh, no. They're playing the Garganacl build. Oh, man. This is insane. All right, let's I think I just want Pokemon, right? So I go Bug Catching Set first. Okay, well, I think I just want Pokemon. Okay, so I'm going to fail that. And then we're going to go and get we're going to do that. I'm going to Ultra Ball the Applin and the Basic Energy. We're going to go get the Dipplin because I have a guaranteed KO no matter what. Oh, I know I don't. I need another basic. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We're totally fine. We're totally fine. Just have to get a basic Pokemon. Okay, well, the Mew wasn't the one that I wanted. Oh, no, we have the Testicle Festival. Oh, my God, we're taking a double K. Oh, this deck is so crazy. Oh, my God, they don't even know what's about to happen. That's the best part about this. They have no idea what's about to happen. They think, oh, tra-la-la-la-la. I'm just, you know, over here in my little corner. I think there's a triple Dipplin. I think this is a triple Dipplin deck. All right, and then we take a knockout on somebody else. I don't know if they're going to realize what's about to happen to them. Don't give me the Joltik with the Power Glass. Don't give me... Oh, I told you not to do it! Oh, no. They have, they've committed an error here. But this is showing you exactly why I think Festival Grounds is so cool. Yeah, look at that, they just had to concede. I took 2 KOs, they lost. I know it was Galvantula with Garganacl, okay, that's not a real deck, but it doesn't change the fact that we just energized all over their Rock Salt and we covered, they got their rocks off and we covered it in a Syrup Storm. I'm going to try and masterfully bait them. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm going to try to masterfully bait them here. I'm going to give them a frowny face and end my turn. All right. All right. We're gonna give them a sad face. We're gonna give them a sad face. We are so trolling them right now. Okay. As long as they don't pop that bundle, we're gonna troll them super hard. This is the whole point. Okay, you gotta troll them. You gotta make them feel bad for you. Right, just think about if this was real life, right? I would be able to troll them. Oh my god, they fell for my trap card. See, you gotta give them the frowny face. But imagine if this was... Oh yeah, that's just my side of the field. Imagine if this was real life. I could be like, oh man, I didn't get what I needed. Right? Like imagine if we were playing IRL. I could go up to them and during the game and be like, oh man, I didn't get what I needed. This is so unfortunate. I'm going to lose the game. My balls are itchy, you know, just stuff like that. But look at this. If you don't have a single, if you don't have a single evolution Pokemon, you lose the game. Okay. Do they have a way around this? The Mew doesn't do it. They have all basics. They are going to deck out before me. Because they have 21 cards left. I have 41. My discard pile is going to freak out the entire rest of the game. But I think I just win. Right? I think they're reading the Dipplin. I masterfully baited them. There's nothing they can do. Unless I bench somebody, there's nothing that they can do. And it's not like, oh, they can play Canceling Cologne. No, Canceling Cologne does nothing. Actually, yeah, let's just put 100, let's just put all of our energy on this thing too. So then at the very end of the game, I can evolve into Hydrapple and do like 300 damage to somebody. Be hilarious. Mewtwo Melt, no, okay, I already BM'd them once. Okay, I'm not gonna BM them again. But yeah, this is great. Hey, we won the game. Oh no, I got everything's covered. Oh no, they timer stalled me for like 10 minutes. Sorry, the YouTube audience. I know you want closure, YouTube audience. Okay, so they were timer stalling for like 10 minutes because they were super salty. But my Dipplin, I told you, the Dipplin is absolutely insane. You know, you're facing a Miraidon or a Roaring, well, not Roaring Moon because they can do the thingy thing. But if you're facing off against Miraidon or Raging Bolt, just attack with Dipplin. And regarding Crispin, no, that is the ruling. You gotta watch Trust Your Pilot's video. That is the official ruling. Oh, good God. Because the way that Crispin is worded is you have to complete the first step of the supporter first. So if you only grab one energy, then that energy goes into your hand. And then that's resolving the first effect. And then it checks to see if it resolves the second effect. So that was covered in my rulings video. Because I'm a real fart smeller. And A-Swang. What bugs it? Chrissy, too many. Too many. And I did have someone comment on that video. I was an HJ. I was an HJ at Worlds. They're like, you probably shouldn't use the term HJ. Oh yeah, I gave someone an HJ at Worlds and it really helped them out. All right. Okay, so we're facing off against Terapagos. This would be another perfect game for my Dipplin, but I don't think this version of the deck plays the funky Dipplin. So how do I win this matchup? They definitely have a Noctowl. So they're going to knock out my Applin. I can't go for another Ogerpon, so I think we just go for Applin and then hope that next turn is better. I think that's kind of the situation that I'm in, is that we just hope that next turn is a good turn. Okay, well, that's not bad. Now, here's the question. Do I retreat into the Ogerpon? Because they would need to have literally a full bench to take this KO. I think we go for it, and I think we force them to need a full bench to take this KO. Right? I mean, I don't know how that helps me in the long run. This might actually just cost me the game in the long run here, because that's maybe not the smartest thing. But they need to have an Area 0 and 3 more bench Pokemon to take this KO on my Ogerpon. Because they're maxing out at 220 with a double turbo. And with a full bench. So I did take a chancey. And it probably wasn't the best one. But, you know, I can soften up a dude. Like, I can accelerate an energy to the Ogerpon, retreat, attack with the Dipplin, soften them up a little bit, and then research. They can, but they needed a lot. Right? So they have Area 0. Wait, Irida and Area 0? So they go for... Oh, my God, they're going to go for a buddy. Okay, okay. Okay. Wait, they need another one. Please tell me you screwed up the math. Please tell me you screwed up the math, and you're only doing 200. Oh, okay. No, wait, that was the thing they got? They need another basic, but they are currently maxed out on things they can do. They've played their Greninja. They don't have an Ultra Ball, and Violence Addict, welcome in. They are currently maxed out on things they can do. They need another one. Okay. Oh, they have... Why would you bait me? How dare you bait me like that? Alright, so... I think I put the Applin down. And then if I get a rare candy, then yes, I'll do the thing. Ooh, we got an Ogerpon. Okay, so let's go Dipplin. And, oh yeah, it is 100% meta. Okay, I think what I do is we just get the Fezandipiti. And then Ogerpon. Megan, I mean, you're not even a sub. Does a non-sub deserve an answer? I don't know. All right, and then... Yeah, I mean, I think I just have to hope they don't got it like that, right? That they just hit into the dude. I'm going to... Oh my God, I hate that. I hate that so much. You can't even understand how much I hate that. And then... Oh, right, Fezandipiti. I can use Fezandipiti. Crazy how when a card isn't... Oh, this is great. Okay, so... Oh, crap. How do I do this? How do I do this? If I'd known that everything would work out so well, I wouldn't have done what I did. Okay, there's a Night Stretcher. I think we go Teal Dance. Okay. Oh, they're gonna hate this. Okay, is there any way that I can... Is there any way that I can make this work? I would need 2 energy. I have a Night Stretcher, but I'm doing 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, so that's not enough. Area 0 is a KO. So, I mean, if they just have a bosses, then they're kind of in there, and I don't really want them to do that. So, yeah, I'll bump the Jamming Tower. This will at least force them to redo the thing, right? This will force them to have another Area 0, have 3 more bench Pokemon in a deck that probably is going to struggle with that because they're playing a Palkia build. So they'll bump the the Fanrotom, the Hoothoot, the Noctowl. Very easy decision. So I think we just do the wave here. Right? There's no reason to do anything else. There's no reason to do anything else. I Scoop Up Cyclone. I have to make sure that I limit my bench. So I think the plan here is don't give them an opportunity to take a knockout of my Hydrapple with a Palkia. And what they also have to... Okay, they got it. Okay, that's bad. What they also have to realize is that if they don't have a Terapagos in play, then they are kind of in trouble. Well, they got all the things they need. All right, well, they just... you know, that Noctowl maybe is kind of an okay card. Maybe the Noctowl is an okay card. You know, we haven't determined this yet. Megan, well, I mean, a bunch of the lists are in the video, right? Well, I mean, 1 list. Maybe 2. And they got research. All right. And then what's with the Ogerpon? This is your Cornerstone Mask counter. This is your Mimikyu counter. This is a good single prize attacker. So this is just for a lot of things. And its first attack isn't bad. But if they lose that Terapagos, they are in kind of a bit of trouble here. Right? They also have to retreat, which they're not going to want to do. Oh, okay, so they retreated. Edward, there we go. Okay, so they need some bench dudes here. Okie dokie just followed us, by the way. Oh, they are so done now. Okay, so this is perfect. Do I just take the knockout with this Ogerpon? Because it's 20 plus. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. So that's a perfect KO, right? So what I do is... Okay, this has to be done in a very specific order. So we Scoop Up Cyclone the Ogerpon. We go up with this Ogerpon. I Hydrapple to the Ogerpon. I attach to the Ogerpon. We drop the Ogerpon like I drop pants. And then... I think I just Iono. Because I can't bump the Area 0 right now. That would be a game-losing decision. And then I don't think there's any reason not to evolve. So we'll do that. And then I want to spread the energy around like I spread cheeks. So that's also good. And then Briar could come into play here. All right. They didn't take a KO. Not that I would know, because it's not like PTCGL always lights it up like a Christmas tree. You know, it's always great when PTCGL doesn't highlight a card that you can play. Really, really well-made game. Okay. So they haven't used their VStar power, so Radiant Greninja would have been a potential card that they could play. But I think it's in the deck. Tobians, welcome in. So the reason I didn't play Jamming Tower is because I needed them to have all of those bench Pokemon to take a knockout. And if I just bosses that Terapagos, they are going to be in some... Wait, you don't have cheeks, Megan? But I do have some udders? That's very demeaning, Megan. As the only female viewer here, that's very demeaning. You know, if I had female viewers, they'd be very upset right now. Okay. I've got 2 kids, so I've got some... Megan, this is a family-friendly channel. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Fezandipiti. And... Oh, wait. So Twitch, we added 3 bits and 3 bonus bits to Clan Burglar's Power-Ups Redemption. Okay. Alright, so... What do I do here? This is interesting. This is interesting because... They only have the one Terapagos. So if I knock out the Terapagos, that resets their... That bumps the Area 0. But I have to get a ton of energy into play for this to work. Huh. Well, there's Night Stretcher. That's pretty good. Okay, so I can... Oh, this is... No, I can't. I could, but I can't, right? So let's go Nest Ball for Ogerpon. I don't think I want to put the Applin into play. The Iono would be great. So I can either bosses or use Iono. And I think what I do is we spread the energy real quick here. But Briar is a thing. Okay, so we go Night Stretcher first. I think I get the Fezandipiti. I should have done this. I should have done this the other way. I was waffling between what I should do. Okay, so we got the energy. That's good. I'm doing 210, so I am going to need some energy here. But I don't think the Fezandipiti is a Fezand liability, right? Because they have the Barrel, so that's fine. But the Fezandipiti isn't a liability. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can bump the Fezandipiti if I want to. We have the 1 energy in there. That's fine. This is not easy. This is not an easy thing to make happen here. Jamming Tower's good. Night Stretcher's good. I think I Night Stretcher for the energy. Manually attach it. We're at 300, so that is a KO. So do I Iono or do I knock out the Terapagos? I think step 1 is bumping the Area 0 and getting my Fezandipiti out of there. Yeah, but the thing is, if I take a knockout of the Palkia, then that is, okay, yeah, there we go. There we go, PTCGL. Okay, so if I Iono them and take a KO, it's very difficult for them to do anything, right? They would have to barrel into an energy and a bosses, but they also have Fezandipiti. And an 8-card hand. Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to Iono and hope. Because they have their own Fezandipiti. They're going to get backed up to 8 cards. But that's fine. This is a tough one. Yeah, I think I don't need to do that. We're doing 330. I don't need to do anything else. So this is a pretty good combo. You know, Palkia with Terapagos. You got to put somebody with Palkia anyways, right? You know, why not that? But they have to take a KO this turn. So they need bosses, energy, and I don't think they need any additional bench Pokemon. Yeah, so they already have the KO. Origin Form Palkia followed me right after Okidogi followed me. So they don't need any more bench Pokemon. They're just thinning right now. So they'll draw, but they've played 2 bosses and a Prime Catcher. So they would have to have a 3rd boss's orders, which isn't a guarantee, right? And they Fezandipiti'd before they barreled, which I think was incorrect, right? I think you barrel first, then Fezandipiti. So I think that was the incorrect order. Yeah, so they ran out of steam here. The sheer power of Hydrapple not having to rely on, you know, Area Zero and all that other stuff. Yeah, it was just the sheer power of Hydrapple. You know, that was a really good game showing off what, you know, Palkia looks like, what Terapagos looks like in this format. We didn't do that much damage, but Hydrapple can, you know, beat off a Terapagos, and who doesn't like beating off turtles?